Hi and welcome to yet another Q&A Saturday. I am Alison Beer of AlisonBeer.com, where I work with adults who want to live light-hearted, to reignite their own creativity and learn to draw on their very own cartoon characters. This week we are focusing on life. We are focusing on vibrant expressions because one of my one-to-one students is totally frustrated with trying to get a whole lot of liveliness into her expressions. And I've zeroed in on one particular thing that she can do, despite the fact that she's already worked through loads of exercises on expressions. There's one more thing that she's going to be able to do to introduce that, and that is what we're looking at today. So here we are looking at the secret to drawing lively faces, faces which just have lots of vim and vigor. If you haven't yet watched my series on building expressions on YouTube, now is a really good time to go and have a look at it because it gives you the basics of drawing a face. And we're going to recap a little bit here, but a recap is no substitute for actually going through the material one video at a time. So here's the brief recap. For those of you who've already watched, you'll remember we worked with various faces looking like this, and we learned that brows and mouths are very, very expressive. In fact, they are the basis of almost every expression that we work with. Just by varying the position or the shape of the mouth, we create a whole load of expression and a whole load of emotion. And similarly, by varying the position and angles of the brows, we also create a whole lot of different emotions. But one thing that we realize is that our brows and mouths are seldom as symmetrical as they were in those lessons. So symmetry becomes the determining factor for adding liveliness to your expressions. Once we've identified our problem, which is that everything is just far too symmetrical, it's quite easy to come up with a solution. And the solution is simply this. We want to get everything a whole lot more asymmetrical. The solution that we're looking for is asymmetry. And you can see it with these two faces, the differences that we have here. It's simply a matter of differences between the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the face. So if we look at this face on the left of the screen, you can see that each side of the face is pretty much a mirror image of the other. So the brows are at very much the same angle on each side, the mouth is a very standard shape and the same to the left and the right. Whereas if we look across at the blue face here, you'll see that there's very, very little similarity between the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the face. This brow is at that angle, the other brow is at an arch. This eye is larger, whereas the other eye is smaller. The nose even is slightly offset. The mouth is not symmetrical across the left side and the right side. And even the ears are not quite the same size, which gives us a more dynamic feeling. So between the left and the right, huge differences. You can see what a difference it makes to use asymmetry to bring your character's face to life. So what can you do straight away to start working on this solution for your own work? Let's go and take a look at how you can put asymmetry to work for you. So the first thing to do is just to start playing around with brows, mouths, and eye sizes. And you can do little exercises like the ones that I've shown here. Obviously, this is just a tiny fraction of the number of combinations and permutations of different eyebrows, different mouth situations, different eye sizes that you can use. But play as much as you like and figure out what sort of expressions you can get out of changing the brows. Often when you just keep the mouth absolutely the same and fiddle around with the eyebrows, one up, one down, one arched, one hooked, whatever it is, you come up with the most amazing opportunities and things that you wouldn't have thought of unless you sat and did a bit of trial and error. So now you know the secret to introducing even more lively expressions to your characters. Asymmetry, making sure that one side of the face is not doing exactly the same as the other. How are you going to use it? Now it's time for you to put pencil to paper and start playing a bit of trial and error, working out some new expressions and new ways of depicting what your character is going through. Did you like this video? I certainly did. Please give it a thumbs up on YouTube, subscribe to my channel there if you'd like more videos, and if you would like even more tips, things that I only share on email, head on over to my website www.alisonbeer.com and sign up there for email updates. Get drawing, keep going, because just 15 minutes a day, a tiny little bit of time, can add up to huge progress in the long term. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Q&A Saturday.